What's going on, guys? PC here, and welcome to another episode of I'm Playing. Today I'm playing Fighting Force 2 on the Dreamcast. This is an interesting game because, well, it's generally considered to be a pretty bad game. But from my experience so far, it's actually not that bad. And I had actually posted on Twitter after I bought this game, and someone commented and said they actually kind of like it. So maybe this isn't as bad as people make it out to be. But yeah, let's just jump right into this. I had actually done a first look on this, and unfortunately the capture software crashed on me, so that's why I'm doing it on playing now. Now, I haven't played through all that much of it. I played through, I believe, most of the first level before the software crashed, so yeah, I have a little bit of an experience playing through it, so I can kind of give you my opinion of it so far. So, first mission here, you're supposed to find something called the CX sample and destroy it. So, yeah, let's jump right into this here. So the game has kind of tank controls, sort of. I believe that's what they're called. And, yeah, they are a little bit awkward. That is one of the things that a lot of people complained about with this game was the controls. And yeah, they're a little bit awkward, but they're workable. They're not game breaking. I wouldn't say. It's definitely not the control scheme I would hope for from a beat 'em up game, but it works. So I can't complain too much. So I just picked up a keycard from that guy. That seems to be what you do the majority of the time in this game is search for keycards to open doors. And of course beat up people, as with most beat 'em ups. So you can jump, you can kick, punch, and there are also weapons you can pick up in the game, including guns. And I find the hand-to-hand combat in this game to be not that satisfying. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of impact when you punch and kick an enemy. There's no satisfying... I guess maybe the lack of good sound effects is probably the reason. But, wow. Ow. Oh, the guy's on fire. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if I accidentally threw a grenade or what. Let's see if I can actually get this guy up here. So if you hold the L and R triggers, you can go into this... Ouch. Okay, he's the one that threw the grenade. Oh, I'm gonna get back at you, pal. Take that. But yeah, you can go into the first-person perspective and throw things, which is cool, and shoot guns as well as throw knives, which is a nice addition. But yeah, as I was saying, the hand-to-hand combat is just not very satisfying. I think the sound effects are just... they don't give a very good impact. That's really the only word I can use to describe it. When you kick people, it's just kind of ooh, 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 ooh. And there's no, the typical, hitting an enemy sound effect that you see in movies and games and things like that. But what's interesting is the gunplay is actually pretty darn satisfying. If I can find a gun, I will show that. One thing I do really like about this game is that you can destroy pretty much anything. You go around, you can blow up computer monitors, vending machines, boxes, wall safes, things like that. I'm not sure why I can't destroy this one here. There we go. I really do like that about this game. Destroy that, pick up the axe. So you can pick up a pretty good variety of weapons, but they don't last all that long. You hit enemies with them a few times, and they will end up breaking, and yeah. That's a pretty typical thing you see, actually, in a lot of modern games. Especially something like a zombie survival game. Things like that usually have the breakable weapons system. where there are a ton of weapons around that you can pick up, but they don't last all that long. Box in here. I don't think there's anything in it, though. Oh, grenades are in it. Okay, that works. Always can use some grenades. Oh, jeez! I do that a lot. I accidentally throw grenades. There is a way to switch weapons, and I haven't quite figured that out yet. Oh, okay, you can hold the Y button. Alright. You can also throw away weapons, which I don't really get the point of, unless maybe there's a limit to how many weapons you can hold. I actually want this. Is that the handgun? That's the handgun. I do like the gunplay, like I said. It's pretty satisfying, especially the machine gun. It's probably my favorite weapon in the game so far. Actually gonna equip that right now. Destroy this safe. Well, that didn't last long. You can destroy a safe with your hands in this game, so that's interesting. And things like this are really cool. Nice little touches, like being able to destroy this copy maker and the papers go spewing out of it. That's quite satisfying, and that is satisfying. Oh man, I love the machine gun. Destroy everything in this room. I just love doing that. Oh. Of course, I just wasted all my bullets pretty much, but that's alright. It's all about the fun. I'm sure there are some special moves or spin kicks or something that you can do, but I haven't figured that out yet. Picked up a health pack out of the soda vending machine. These enemies in this game are so weird. It's supposed to be based in the future. So apparently in the future, most people have abandoned guns and they're just using giant axes and scythes and things like that. I don't know. The enemies are pretty dumb. You can sneak up behind them so easily. I mean, you don't even have to sneak. Just walk up behind them and kill him. Look at this guy. He didn't do anything when I approached him. Just kept walking his route. Maybe they're just really disciplined. They just keep walking their same pattern and route, regardless of whether enemies come up behind them. Oh, that's satisfying. I do like the guns in this game. The hand-to-hand combat is just underwhelming, which is odd for a beat-em-up, obviously. But the guns, man. I love the guns. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Oh well. Climb up here. So unlike something like Dynamite Cop, where it's basically just a beat-em-up fest. You just beat up every enemy in sight, and that's pretty much all you do. In this game, there are a lot more... There's a lot more of finding door keys and hitting switches and things like that, and stopping conveyor belts, as you just saw there. Actually, you might not have seen that, but that conveyor belt was moving before. That's why I destroyed a lot of the computers. I'm not sure which one does it, but one of them will stop the conveyor belt so you can walk across. Okay, keycard. Yeah, so I need the keycard, which is, I believe, under this... right down here somewhere. There it is. So there is a pretty good reason to go around and destroy everything, because a lot of things contain key cards, and destroying certain computers will open doors and stop conveyor belts and things like that. Ah! Ow! Oh, I like that. The revenge kick. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a top-notch beat-em-up, something like Dynamite Cop, which is fantastic, one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast, you're not going to get it here. It's the hand-to-hand combat is just so underwhelming. But it's not as bad a game as most people make it out to be. I've actually quite enjoyed my playthrough of it so far. There's a computer over here, which I actually use for a change instead of destroying it, which is interesting. Alright. But yeah, I'd say this is not even close to being the worst game on the Dreamcast. Is it phenomenal? Is it fantastic? Is it the best game I've ever played? Certainly not. But it's not that bad. I don't even... I mean, there are so many good games on the Dreamcast that putting it among some of the worst might not be that difficult. But that doesn't make it a terrible game. I can see a lot of people enjoying playing through this. Even though it's not the best beat 'em up in the world, it's not the best really of anything. But yeah, I mean, it's got a good variety of weapons, it's got a bunch of things you can destroy, and who doesn't like destroying things in games? Just busting open boxes and destroying computers and vending machines, and I know I've repeated that same aspect of this game quite a few times, but it's actually kind of the standout thing to me. That and the gunplay, which is, again, kind of awkward because of the weird first-person view you have to use in order to actually shoot a weapon. But the actual guns, for some reason, using them is just really satisfying. But yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about this. Ooh, I got a sledgehammer. Cool. It's just not that bad of a game, and I think if you find it cheap enough, go ahead and give it a try. Don't be swayed by all the negative opinions of the game. Because it's actually not that bad. If you enjoy going around and just mindlessly busting up enemies and destroying objects, it's not that bad. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.